Good morning, dear students. Hope you all are fine and doing well in your studies. So, as in our previous video, I have already started explaining the third chapter of history, that is the first farmers and herders. So, in this chapter, I started explaining the life of the ancient man during the Mesolithic age. So, during the Mesolithic age, the climate grew warmer. As the climate grew warmer, now the variety of plants and animals increased. So due to this increased variety of plants and animals, it proved a great support for the human being to survive. So after that, I explained the first topic, that was tools. So during the Mesolithic age, man were using the same tools that he had already developed during the Paleolithic age, and these tools were core tools and the flake tools. But in the Mesolithic age, he developed a new variety of tools, and these tools were known as microliths. And these tools were smaller in size, as well as with the help of these new tools, he developed new type of weapons. And with the help of these new types of weapons, the technique of hunting was also improved. Now man was able to hunt the animals from the distance. Now with the help of bows and arrows, he could hunt the animals that were at some distance, and even he was able to hunt the fast running animals. And now he also learned the skill of fishing. And not only that, but he also learned to collect honey. So all these things I have already explained in my previous video. Now we will start with our next topic, and this next topic is domestication of plants and animals. So before starting with this new topic, domestication of plants and animals, we should know the meaning of domestication. So domestication is the process by which plants and animals can brought under human control. Okay, so this is the meaning of domestication. So during the Mesolithic age, man learned to grow crops as well as he learned to tame animals. So during this age, man discovered that there were many grasses that were having a great food value. So these grasses were wheat and barley. So now man, as I told you, that man always keep on observing the nature. He keenly observed all the activities that were going on there in nature. Now he just learned that when he was gathering these grasses, at that time some of the seeds that fell on the ground, on the ground, and even the grasses that he had kept there on his habitation site, and from there the seeds that were left in those grasses, he found that these seeds sprouted. So now he started observing those seeds that were sprouted. After 2-3 months, he found that these seeds again it grew into new plants that were filled with new seeds. So in this way, it helped man to understand how to grow new plants. Now man, he knew that when he understood how to grow new plants, so instead of moving from place to place, he thought that it's better to live at one place and grow their own crops on plants. So after that, man, he also noticed that there were some animals who often come near to the habitation sites. That means the sites where man used to live. So now he also found that these animals, those who were coming there to the habitation site, these animals were less dangerous than the other animals. So he thought to catch these animals. He, not for hunting, not for killing them, but he just wanted to keep these animals with him. So now he learned to tame the animals. So dog was the first animal to be tamed, and dog was used during the time of hunting, as well as he was used to keep watch on the growing crops and to protect these growing crops from the other wild animals. So the next topic here is the first houses. So during the Mesolithic age, that time also man used to live in rock shelters as well as in caves. But he returned to the places where he had grown his crops during the time of harvest. He just returned to those places. So during the time of cutting of the crops and consuming those crops completely, till that time he used to live on that places only. That means for next 3-4 months he used to live on that places. So as he stayed on that places, so he learned to make his own houses. So these houses were the primitive houses. So most of these primitive houses were made near to river valleys, where water was easily available for drinking as well as for watering the plants. So next topic here is paintings. So as I told you, during the Mesolithic age, man used to live in rock shelters as well as in caves. So during his free time, he used to paint the walls of these rock shelters and caves. And the colors mainly used by man at that time were white and red. So these colors he was making from rocks. He was crushing the crops very hardly and turning it into powder. And this fine powder he used to paint the walls. And not only that, but he also used the naturally available minerals, and with the help of those minerals also he started making new colors and started using those colors to paint the walls. So in these paintings that he made, that he had drawn on these walls, and these paintings mostly these were telling us about the human activities of that time. So the human activities like the methods of hunting, fishing, collecting of honey, as well as their religious beliefs. So all these activities were shown with this painting. And the most important thing of these paintings were that the dance forms that were shown in these paintings were similar to the dance form that are performed by our tribals in these days also. That means there are the similarities between the dance form of today's tribal group as well as of the primitive of the ancient time tribal group. So they used to perform these dances as a ritual before the men set out for hunting. So this was about the paintings. The next topic is burials. So burials, during the Mesolithic age, man used to bury the dead bodies. So our archaeologists, they found many burials there in these Mesolithic sites. So when they found these burials, they dig these burials and found that many food items as well as the ornaments were also buried along with the dead body. It shows that during the Mesolithic age, man believed life after death. That means he believed that the man who had died, he would use these things, he would eat this food and he would use these ornaments when he would go to another world. So in this way, he believed in life after death. So today I explained you about the Mesolithic age, and in Mesolithic age I explained about the tools that were used by the people of Mesolithic age, and mainly the tool that was used by them was microlith. And the second, I explained here about the domestication of plants and animals. And the third, I explained here about the houses, the primitive houses that man built at that time near to the river valleys. After that, I explained you about the paintings and the colors that he had used for painting at that time. Then I explained about the burials. So all these points that I have explained here, these all points were of the Mesolithic age. So in my next video, I will explain about the Neolithic age. So this is enough for today. So have a good day. Thank you.